Welcome to Joe Designs, where stampers learn to create beautiful original masterpieces. Hi, I'm Beverly Poland, and in this video I will instruct you on how to make this darling Valentine box. This box that I made is a box that's similar to the one on page 9 of the Stampin' Up Occasions mini catalog. To create the box, you'll need to use the new Stampin' Up Heart Framelits collection. The first step is to decide what size of the Valentine box do you want to create. I chose the two largest of the heart framelits for my Valentine box. I especially like the scalloped edges on the largest framelit. Now the next step is to use your Big Shot and your cardstock of your choice to cut out two of each of the framelits, which I have done. Okay. Now we need to decide the length and the depth of the box size. Now I cut out the largest size, as I shared, and what I'm going to do is take one of my smaller, the next to the largest size heart, and I will trace it onto the larger heart, positioning it where I want it, and tracing all around it. Try not to move it when you're doing that, like I just did. Okay, once you've done that, then you need to measure around it to determine what length of cardstock you need to form the boxes, the box sides. Okay, this is the way I did it. You may find a better way, but I decided to use the Stampin' Up twine to just position it on my tracings and go around the heart like this until I reached the bottom, and then I measured the twine, and for this box I needed about 14 inches of cardstock. So needless to say, I needed to add about 2 inches onto my piece of cardstock. Now again, I decided I want my box side to be 1.5 inches deep. Now because you can't just stand the sides up on the bottom of the Valentine box, we need to score your piece of cardstock, and with mine I chose to score it at 1/2 inch from the right side, or 3/4 of an inch. And you'll fold this part up, and that will be the section of your cardstock that you will attach to the bottom of the card box. Okay, now a trick for getting the sides to wrap around the bottom of the box is to take your paper and put it between your thumb and your index finger and roll it like this multiple times to get it to, you're trying to get it to wrap around. Make it more pliable. You continue to do that, and then you'll need to cut at this the 1/2 inch mark all the way down to the end of the length of the cardstock, about 1/8 every 1/8 of an inch, and that's going to help you get the sides onto the box, and it will use these little slits to adhere to the box bottom. Okay, now I have gone ahead and done that, and this is my piece that I developed, and you'll notice it is forming a circle, so it's going to be a lot more pliable than just the solid piece of cardstock. Okay, now you will need to, around your tracing, add some type of adhesive. I chose to add sticky strip to mine. The sticky strip will bend over and fold, and therefore you don't have to cut it into pieces to go around it. And then whenever you pull it off, it's just one piece that you're pulling off, and it just makes it so much more easy to work with. Now when I do this, I press down the little twists and turns with the sticky strip. Okay, now what I do is I need to take the sides and attach it to the bottom. So I turn my heart. I'm going to start at the bottom point, adding my sides. Now I'm going to rest this corner here at this corner here, and these slots will fit on the inside and stick to the sticky strip, like so. And press down on the paper so it adheres, make sure it adheres to the sticky strip. And just continue to go around your tracings and pushing that the fold underneath and attaching it to the sticky strip. And when you get to this area, you're going to need it to wrap around to make this the form of the heart. And that can be a little tricky, but you can just squeeze the cardstock here and then continue to wrap around. Pressing down on the pieces of paper that we cut into little slits to make sure it adheres to the sticky strip. Now this is a little time consuming and it might be a little frustrating for you, but it does work. And then when you get to the bottom, you will need to turn this piece inside and adhere it, which I had already added a piece of sticky strip right here, so I can remove that. And I want this to be right at a point because of the bottom is more of a point. Okay. Now I added a couple pieces of sticky strip here as well. It loves to cling to you, doesn't it, the red tape? Okay, there's the box. Now you're going to take your second smallest heart and insert it into the box. Now I want mine to adhere to the bottom and not lift out, so I'm going to put some Tombow glue just in spots around the box bottom, and then insert this. Once you've inserted it, you might want to push the sides up to form it, the sides a little more. Okay, that's the bottom of your box. Now, to create the top of your box, take the second largest heart and trace the next to the largest heart, or whatever framelit you chose, around the edge. Now, the reason you're doing this is you need the box top to be slightly larger than the box bottom so that the top will fit down over it. And this will give you about 1/8 of an inch more space when you make your box top. And it's just that simple. Now, I decorated mine, and I call mine the Key to My Heart Valentine Box. I used the stamp set You're a Gem, and one of the sentiments from that stamp set, which is Key to My Heart. I added a couple of trinkets, a key and a heart, and I used some other Stampin' Up products. But one thing I wanted to point out is the advantage of having my digital studio. I loved last year's Love Impressions paper, and I have a download of that. So what I could do was print the designer series paper and cut it out and put it around my box. Now, the original of this paper is the X's and the O's are a little larger, but this is fine for this, and that's why I love my digital studio. Well, this is Beverly, and I really appreciate you taking time to view my video. Thank you so much.